Good morning, everybody, and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name is Ben Moseby. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you had a great weekend, whatever you were up to. And thanks for joining us for what is going to be a bit of a fruity day. Oh, yes, very fruity today, because we've got the brand new launch of our weekly wonder, the fruit treat boxes, which I think you're going to absolutely love. Something unique, something which I can almost definitely say that you won't have in your crafty stash, and something that you're going to need to get your skates on to jump in and grab, because I know already, with a little bit of a sneaky peek, and you guys getting up nice and early, a lot of the stock that we had of the showstopper has already gone, so you'll need to be super duper quick. We're going to be previewing the fruity creations for you over the course of this show, and then between 2 and 4 this afternoon, that is 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, we've got the official launch for you of whatever stock we've got left. And then tonight, live at 5, we are off to the jungle. As we give you loads of information and instruction with the Royal Jungle Collection, amongst other things. We do, I think, have some Monday mega deals on that show as well, but I think a lot of them have already gone because you guys have been shopping so much this morning. We'll take you through everything that you can shop for in just a few moments' time, but let's say hello to the fruity lady over the other side of the studio, who's going to be giving you all the inspiration you need. It is the one and only Fruity Debbie Fisher.
It's a fruitalicious Monday, isn't it? I mean, yes, I've already done a show with these. We literally showed it from start to finish, and these are incredible because these are something a little bit different. These are something that's a little bit fun, and they're something that you're going to get really creative with and absolutely love them. I'm going to show you some samples straight away before we go to bed, just so you can see what you're in store for if you haven't seen them. Now, the lemon, I think, is possibly my favourite. I love the lemon. I just think it's a really fun little box. The great thing about them, it is a box with a top and a base. So you've literally got a proper full box that you put the lid on, which is incredible. So absolutely love that. But if you want a lemon, you can also have an orange. If you've got an orange, you also want a grapefruit. If you've got a grapefruit, you've also got a lime. So I love that you can make out of that one template, you can absolutely make all these different fruits. If you put them together, you could possibly make a whole one, couldn't you? And adapt it a little bit different as well. So it means that you could use that on the front of your cards as well, so which is nice. I'm also thinking maybe to create a fan with these, like you could Mountain and Valley fold one and create like a rosette, a lemon rosette. So lots of different ways that you could be using them. And then this one here, I absolutely love. So I'm showing all the lemon at the moment. It's a little serviette holder. I mean, how stinking cute is that? It's absolutely amazing. And it could be a taco, Johnny. Yeah, I absolutely love that as well. That is your lemons. Let me show you the strawberry. So this is your strawberry one. Absolutely gorgeous. Really good in their design, how you put them together. They take a little bit of putting together, but I found quite a simple way of doing it. Oh, yeah. You go and watch the preview show this morning. We literally did it from start to finish, everything. So it took around, sort of, I would say, maybe about 40 minutes to make one from start to finish, which isn't too bad, because I think when you're making something like this, you want to take your time. You want to go in your craft room and think, right, what am I going to do this morning? What about some home decor? I love this little picture frame, just put in that inside. What about doing a card as well, because you can just use them as card toppers. And then we've got bunting here as well, which I showed. So literally just hanging up all your bunting. I just think that is a brilliant way for a summer party, isn't it? Just to hang your bunting.
Really fun.
So that is your strawberries. Ben will show you all the different sentiments, because you get some play on word sentiments as well. Never do we have 3 pots of samples, but we got 3 pots of samples. Look at this. How fabulous is this? So your wedge of watermelon.
Your watermelon.
I know, they're brilliant. You'll read them out in a minute. They're absolutely brilliant. The boxes are fabulous, but I was also thinking, I mean, Sam said this morning it could be a little pizza box, but also it could be a cake box.
Cheese box.
If you put it that way, these could be little boxes hanging on for a Christmas tree for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
So just decorate as a Christmas tree. So you could absolutely do that as well. And then I love this one. Look at this. So do you remember the magical day set where it was your unicorn and your deer, reindeer? You could actually be making faces out of these as well.
You could call her Melanie.
Melanie, I love that. That's brilliant. I love that. And look at this. This is a freestanding card. Look at that.
That's brilliant.
How good is that? And that is literally just cutting them out, placing two together.
Because that's the other thing to think, isn't it? This is me being drawn into the trap again of going, must make boxes, must make boxes, must make boxes. But you can use them as toppers.
Absolutely toppers, yeah. There's another topper here for that one. Look at that. You're the sweetest and you're one in a melon. This is absolutely my favourite. I love this sample.
That's clever.
Making a lolly stick, just using your circle edge punch just to punch those little teeth mark in. I think that is absolutely brilliant. So you could be making all of these and so much more with these amazing fruit boxes. You are going to love them.
They are absolutely brilliant. The great thing about these as well, obviously within each pack you get a mixture of your stamps and dies, but mainly the templates with these, hence why the price is brilliant. £36 if you're platinum, or $51.20. So a really lovely price point, hopefully for everybody to be able to jump in and grab these. And of course, tariff-free as well. So if I just show you what you're going to be getting as far as the goodies are concerned, you can see all of the different templates. And again, I think we're going to have the opportunity with Debbie across the 3 shows to be able to show you how to make the different fruits in here, but as you can see, everything you need to be able to build these up, and then you get your sentiments within each set as well. So thank you very much, comes with the strawberry. You're the very best, and have a very happy birthday. I think this one, the Live Your Zest Life, is probably the most craftable of the lot, because as you've already shown, could be lemons, oranges,
yes,
limes, grapefruits.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, you get the templates, the dies, and the stamps in here too. So you've got Squeeze the Day, Live Your Zest Life, and the zest is yet to come. And then last but by no means least, you've got your melon, which is one in a melon. And again, all of the different elements within that set to be able to pop that together. You're the sweetest. Thanks a melon. And you're one in a melon. I mean, one in a melon.
You melon.
You melon. And the showstopper option available for you is all of these goodies as well here. So you are going to be getting with this set of your foam pads from Sticks 2. You've got a bottle of our tacky glue as well, and then all of your card stock as well. So this is all included. You've got your Centura Pearl in the Christmas green, 10 sheets. You have got your Christmas red in there as well, 10 sheets. And then we're giving you 10 sheets of your pale gold as well. So again, a really useful showstopper to have. Loads of card stack for your stash. You've got your foam pads in there too, and a bottle of your tacky glue as well. Just be quick if you want to grab this. I have a feeling that a lot of people will be buying this for the uniqueness of it, but we don't have huge amounts to go around. I think there's about 120 of these at last count for you to jump in and grab. Radical Rates on the socials if you want to fire any questions, any comments, any fruity facts. I believe you were talking fruity facts earlier, weren't you?
We were. Now, I don't know how I didn't know this. I didn't know you could get white strawberries.
Yeah, because I said to you this morning, didn't I?
And I didn't know that. So do they taste like strawberries? Are they sweeter? Are they more bitter?
I think they're sweeter. I mean, I would say they're more expensive white strawberries. You have to go to places like Waitrose.
I was just going to say, I've never seen them
M&S.
just on the general supermarket shelves. So I need to try them now, white strawberries.
But yeah, any fruity facts, we'd love those this morning. Sister P4's in Maryland, Trudy's in Florida, Louise joins us saying happy Monday. Kathy Green says good morning, Debbie and Ben from Mechanicsburg. Karen's in Hampton Roads, Virginia, and Carolyn Wilson says hello again from Florida. Already ordered the fruits after watching Debbie earlier. Her complete box demo was perfect.
Oh, it did come out perfect, but that's because the templates are perfect.
Yeah. Colleen says, good morning from Florida. I'm back from vacay at Disney. Hello to Ben and Debbie. Hello. Lois joins us saying good morning from Ohio. Hello. And Hillary says, hello everyone from Hillary and Holly Collie. Hello and a woof. Maureen Hagger says hello to Ben and Debbie and everyone from Bedford. Hello. Oh, and Rachel says that she grew white strawberries. She says, I like them better, but not sure if we saved any runners when we moved and gave up our allotment. So you will have to probably go to Waitrose or M&S.
I definitely need to try them now, so I'm intrigued. I didn't even know you could get white strawberries. I genuinely thought that was the colour before they ripened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think they're green, aren't they?
They are green, but I think they sort of go whitey, then green, and then they go to red, don't they? So I just assumed that was before. Yeah, didn't know that.
Well, fire in your fruity facts. Grab this before it goes there as well, because we are very busy already, and it's tariff-free, so if you're in the US, feel free to shop. What fruit are you going to make first?
I'm going to do the strawberry. It's one I haven't done yet because we did the watermelon this morning, we did the lemon last week when we did Craft Your Summer, and now we're going to do the strawberry one. Now, I wanted to tackle the strawberry because the strawberry one, let me bring them out. You would have noticed from the board, the strawberry have really long strips and you need 2 of these. So, what I'm going to be completely honest here, they're not going to fit on your A4 cardstock.
Right.
They will fit on your A3 cardstock and they will fit on your 12 by 12, but your 12 by 12 you need to use them through the middle to fit them on. So with your 12 by 12 you'd need to use 2 sheets of your 12 by 12. Gonna be honest, Ben, I think that's a bit of a waste of your 12 by 12, but absolutely if you've got lots of different red cardstocks then use 2 sheets of that and you can cut them out, which is perfect. But I'm going to give you a little heads up next week. Now Johnny will let us know exactly when the date is. I know that our Keith from Paper Dynamics is going to be bringing you red next Wednesday the 16th, so put that in your diary because you're going to absolutely want the cardstock. And I did have some and I left it at home.
Never.
So I'm quite upset about that. He is bringing red A3 cardstock. Not any old cardstock, there's 2 different types. One is a matte finish and one is a super shiny finish, which is beautiful. So can you imagine a strawberry, it's gonna look so good, you're gonna want to eat it in that shiny red cardstock. So put that in your diary, next Wednesday you are gonna want that cardstock because it is beautiful. And it's A3. So you could then cut, I reckon, out of a full sheet, you could cut about 3 strawberries out of this.
Brilliant.
So that's amazing with your A3 cardstock. So, but what I'm going to do today, because we don't have any A3 cardstock, I'm just going to use white. We could have just made white strawberries, couldn't we, if I'd known that sooner, but it doesn't matter. Now, the other thing I want to do as well is I'm going to do it after, we'll do it later, I think, in the launch. I'm going to draw around these to start with. So when you draw around them, just take your pencil, tells you what they are, it tells you you've got your base and your lid. Now you might be thinking they look identical, they're not. This one is slightly, the base, let me put it to the end. Can you see it? We can't see, let me get a little bit of card that you can see. There we go. So can you see this bit is longer than the bit on top? That's because when you're making a box, like on our boxer boards, you always have to have your base that's slightly smaller so the lid will fit on top. So these have been made for that reason. So you want to absolutely make sure when you're doing your base and doing your lid, you mark them.
Yeah.
So I'll show you my trick of what I do so I know exactly which is which. So first of all, let's just place this one down onto here and we can take that right to the edge. Like so, and then we're just going to draw around this one, and then later on, and I did show you in the earlier one, and also it's not completely straight on the bottom, so what I am going to do is do the whole thing by just drawing round with my pencil. But yes, earlier show I showed you how you can emboss the lines with your Gemini.
Okay, yeah, I was going to ask that. So that's doable, is it?
It's absolutely doable. I think easier as well, Ben. I was thinking it wouldn't be so easy. And in fact, do you know what I'll do? I'll draw around one.
Emboss one.
And then we'll emboss one.
Nice.
Yep, absolutely.
A lot of people seem to do that. I always ask about that when we have templates.
And it's not something I generally tend to do because the lights in the studio are so bright, it's sometimes hard to see the embossed line. I'm wondering, because it's white cardstock, it'll be a little bit more difficult. But this morning I did it onto red cardstock and you could really see it. So I just think, let's show you both. And then show you exactly how we can do them.
Yeah, and then you can take your pick, can't you?
Absolutely. Yes, and I think it's like anything, you do what's best for you.
Yeah.
And actually it's really good to show this one embossed because, as you can imagine, if it doesn't fit on an A4 piece of card, it's not going to fit on your A4 platform of your Gemini. So once we've done that, I'm just going to pop that back in because I need to just put that line in all the way along there. And you can rub that line out afterwards, and then let's just cut this one. So I put that near to there, let's just cut that one off. Well, in fact, I might as well cut that out. If I'm going to cut a line, I might as well cut the top bit out. So just using my scissors to go along there, and we're going to cut that piece there. And all I'm going to do is cut straight along that bit. These pieces don't have to be in a perfect straight line, because these are your tabs that are just going to be tucked in.
Right.
So you haven't got to worry about that one. But so you can see how quick and easy it is to cut those out. And then we'll just go along the bottom. You could at this point use your guillotine, but like I say, it's not a perfectly straight line. There's a tiny little bit of sort of, I don't even know what to say, almost like a bend, but that's been done purposely for the nature of being able to turn it in.
Right.
So I'll leave that one there for a second, and then I'm just going to just check in, I think that was my base, wasn't it? No, it was the lid. So that's the base, that's the lid. Right, once you've done that, pop this back on top. And also, if you want to, just put an L on there so you know that that's for your lid. So if you do get them mixed up, you know which ones they are. And then with the base one, we're going to just cut our card to size. So let's just do it here. And then just
there's only 100 showstoppers left, Debbie.
Wow, where have they suddenly gone?
Well, we've got a bit fruit crazy, and you get 2 sets of foam pads in the showstopper as well, not just one.
Wow, that's amazing. Right, let's do some embossing and show you how to do that. So you're going to bring this in. Now, because we're lining it, because it won't fit, so I'll pop that on, you can see it comes over the top, so there, won't even fit on there. You want to put it diagonally. So once you've done it diagonally, just place that over the top. I'm going to do that just so we can get our card in. That covers it all. And then we're going to take our rubber shim. Now, before I place my rubber shim on, I'm going to hold that into place, then place that without letting go of my hand underneath.
Right.
I'm making sure I've got that where I need it, and then let that fall. And then I'm just going to put my plastic shim and my top cutting plate on. So you don't want your magnetic shim. And then we're just going to take this and pass that through our machine. And then what that's going to do, because the template is on first, then your cardstock, what will happen, your template will be pushed up into that rubber mat, allowing it to do an embossed image. And it does make it a lot quicker to do, because what I also realised was that because it's embossed, it means it's easier to trim out because you're cutting against that embossed line.
Yeah.
So let me just pop those to the side and just see if we can pick that up. So I think, can we? Yeah, there we go. So you can see all that, pick all that up
perfect.
there. Now, when you've got that embossed line, it means that your scissors will just go along the side of that. So it enables you to cut that straight line. And you know I'm not very good with scissors, but even I can just find that line to cut against. It is a little bit, because the lights are so bright.
Made more difficult in here because the lights are so bright.
Yes, absolutely. But I can still see it. I can still see exactly where I'm cutting against. And then also, it allows you to have your little tiny pieces that are like indented in. It allows you to have them exactly where they should be. And what I mean by that, I'll show you in a second. And I'll show you the difference as well, because when you cut into these, this gives you the exact little triangles that you need. When you are doing it with a pencil, those little triangles don't come out as thorough. So just taking those little pieces off. Then that one down there. So there we go. So we've got that one as well. And I am just going to write base, just a B into that one. So I know that's the base. So I've got the lid and the base. So what I'll show you is when you're taking, the other thing is, Ben, is you need to then emboss it, because you've got your embossed line across here. So what we're going to do is take our scoreboard, and we're just going to take our scoring tool and then come down there. Again, if you've not got a big board, just move it up, because it is bigger than that A4. And I'm going to go right down to that section. And also, I'm just going to trim off that little excess on the end there.
These are flying. There's 95 left now.
Wow.
Oh, so you can get these individually. So if you're buying them individually as well, these are obviously going to then take away from the actual showstopper. Just beware though, if you do buy them individually, they're not tariff free if you're in the US. So the best thing to do is get the whole bundle. I think it's a crack of a price. I do realise that the majority of the products are templates, but that's how we've managed to keep the price down here, isn't it?
Yes, it absolutely is. And actually, I quite like a template. I think, especially since we've had the template library, we've really got to grips with how easy a template can be, especially when you can emboss it like this as well. So you can see how much neater this is. Now, when you take the little triangles, I'm just going to do a few on here. When you take out these triangles, and the reason I've put in my score lines is because you don't want to cut across your score line. And what I mean by that is if you cut into your score line, well, I'll show you in a minute actually, rather than just saying it, it's actually not going to give you a very neat edge. But by embossing, you're getting the exact placement where a pencil, when you go down here, let me just bring that in, your pencil doesn't get right to the bottom of these little triangles. So I'm just going to do this so you can see them. And you'll see how small they are. And then I'm just going to do this one, because what I want to do, you're going to cut away there, but you're almost sort of guided by where those triangles that you've drawn are. So it's a little bit different, but as long as you cut away the pencil lines and don't go into that score line, you will still get a nice, neat finish. So you can see there, that one, in fact, I'll put that over, let me grab my brown card again. That one is a lot neater than what this one is, but purely because the embossed lines are in there. Really doesn't matter, Ben, because when you've got them, and I've got two here, so let's just bring these ones into play. When you've got these, just move all this out the way. This is then the whole shape that you need to be able to curve them. So can you see, like when you curl these in, these little notches will just turn into each other. So when you're going round like this, can you see we're already starting to get our strawberry shape. So that's how easy it is to have the templates and then to curve these in. And it's these base pieces that are going to be stuck together. So all we're going to do now, because I've got white and I want them red, we're going to bring in our ink pad. So we're going to ink ours.
Oh, okay.
So I thought if you haven't got red cardstock, we're just going to ink them. So I'm just using our Chinese red. And all I'm going to do with this one is, because I've got my brushes, we can really fill the tooth of our card quite quickly and get a really lovely effect.
It's a great option then, isn't it? If you haven't got the bigger size red cardstock and you can't wait for Keith, then this of course is the Nespec. Let me just tell you, right, we have 80 showstoppers left. These are absolutely flying out of the door.
I've just realised we haven't launched them yet.
No, we don't launch them till 2.
This is the soft launch.
So you pre-launch them, and this is the pre-launch of them. So yeah, we might be sitting eating fruit in the actual launch itself.
Well, we'll still have the launch, I'm sure, and we will show you different things that we can make with them.
Yeah. Just whilst you're inking up, Ben says, Crafty Angie, I've got my showstopper and now I'm going back to sleep. It's early here in California, just after 4 o'clock, you say. Thanks for getting up, Angie, well done. And Karen says, good morning, Ben, Debbie and all. Hi from a very proud gran, as my granddaughter Eleanor, who's 5, won me 50 points on Friday. Oh, yes, on Friday Night Faves, on Friday Night Live. Yes, your granddaughter, I remember the picture.
Oh, I love that.
She'd done the crafteganza, hadn't she?
And who was that?
That was Karen's granddaughter, Eleanor.
So, Karen, I have a granddaughter called Eleanor too.
Aww.
Yes, a little Mexican granddaughter, and her name's Eleanor. Yes. Aww. She's only 18 months.
Oh, so she's not yet won you 50 bonus points then?
No. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, that's super cute, is that? Keep the comments coming through. Let me know if you bought the showstopper. Also, what are we talking like? Favourite fruits? I don't eat a lot of fruit, actually.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Well, actually, do you know what? I do love strawberries. I would say that strawberries are my favourite. I'm like Johnny, he just said banana. I love banana.
Yeah.
But I actually think my favourite fruit is raspberries.
Okay.
I love raspberries.
Right, yeah.
I eat raspberries every morning on my granola.
Oh, okay.
Every morning without fail, I have raspberries and granola.
I like blueberries.
Oh, no, I don't get that, Ben.
Oh, I love blueberries.
I've got to be honest, I don't even find any taste in blueberries.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I think they're very tasty.
Don't taste them at all. Yeah.
Grapes as well. I love grapes.
Yeah, well, I like grapes, but I never really buy grapes. I do love a banana, but I try not to eat them because, believe it or not, bananas are full of sugar.
I think all fruit is.
Yes, but bananas are bad.
Oh,
Berries, not. They tell you to eat berries if you're cutting out on sugar because there's hardly any sugar in berries. So, yeah. So blueberries are good. That's why blueberries are they're sort of classed as a superfruit, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I love pineapple, fresh pineapple.
Oh, yeah. Makes my tongue go funny,
juicy,
pineapple.
They can cut your tongue though, can't you, if you do your own. My mum used to do it. She used to, and I've got a brilliant gadget that you put into the top of your pineapple, and you just turn it.
Oh, and does it like cut the?
And it cuts it, or and it comes out in rings. It takes the whole thing out, and then you can use your little pineapple case for pina coladas.
Like a pineapple spiralizer.
Yes, exactly like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was only about £9. It wasn't very expensive. It was very good. Yeah, it was very good. Right, now what you also get is you get these as your templates as well. So you can also emboss these, you can cut them out. I've already done those ones and I've already inked them, so I've got them here. So I'm just checking which one is my base. Did I write on them? No, I wouldn't have wrote on them, would I? So I'm just checking if they're the same or different. So that one looks the same there. And that looks the same there because they will be a slightly different size as well. So I think I'm just going to change them over just to check. So yes, that one's too big for that one. So that one is going to be my lid. That one is my base. And the reason I wanted to know, because the lid one will go with the lid that I've got here.
Yeah.
I have wrote base and lid on the backs of these, so I know that I've got them in the right place. So I'm going to put my base and my base to the side, so I know they're together. Now what we're going to do, Ben, we're going to ink through this because we've got all your seeds on the top
Would
here.
that emboss the detail through if you put it in your machine?
Yes, absolutely it would.
For the seeds?
Yes, it would. We will show that later on in the launch. Got so much to show you later on in launch. I want to show you how to make a card. I want to show you how you can make a little box. So to put your sweeties in, it was one of our design team did it, and I thought that's really good. I'm going to replicate that, but I'm going to do it as a lime. So we're going to make a lime later on. And then all I'm going to do is bring in some quick drying ink pads. So we've got our black quick drying ink pad. I'm also just going to take a black one. Now, I didn't want to use the same one I used this morning, so I'm going to... I wonder if we've got one. Oh, yes, one in here. And the reason being, I use this one on the end for heat embossing.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to take a different one. Did I just see a black one? Yeah, there's a black
76
one.
left now. I can't believe the numbers that we're calling it here.
Absolutely.
I think that's like 50 or so gone in like 20 minutes. It's so busy. Hi to Penelope, who says, lovely outfit today, Debbie Fisher.
Oh, thank you very much. It's sort of a lime cardigan, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit limey.
Like a lime colour.
Janice's favourite fruit, raspberries, without a doubt. Patricia says, I like most fruits, but at the moment I'm picking raspberries from the garden. Last week, blackcurrants.
Yeah, I'm not really a big blackcurrant person either. I think blackcurrants have
tart,
more,
aren't they?
and they have more, they feel like they have more seeds in them.
Yeah.
So my dad doesn't like raspberries because he reckons he's always picking out the seeds in his teeth, but I can't say that I ever notice.
Michael says, Ben and Debbie, Ninja ice cream maker, pineapple sorbet. Oh. Fabulous.
Oh, now I'm really jealous because I would love that. I'd like a Ninja slushy maker, I'd like a Ninja ice cream maker, I'd like a Ninja anything they do because I love all their things. So, yeah.
Oh, that looks brilliant.
Amazing. I know. How cool is that? It's brilliant. Then you also get a set of dies and stamps. So you get your die for this one, which is your little piece that comes on the top. So I'm going to bring that over because I've already cut one out. So look, when you pop that on...
That's like my hair first thing in the morning, that one.
It could be hair. Do you know what? I'm thinking if you cut that little tufty bit off the top, you could put that onto our little monster.
Yeah, and also, I was just thinking the monster treat boxes that we had.
Yes,
Would
have
work.
extra ones, yeah. So you could absolutely, because it does look a bit like a hairstyle, doesn't it? And then I've just printed out and put on a little tag, have a very happy birthday. So we've got our little tag, we've got our topper. Let's put our box together. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to take the base first, just to allow, this is quick drying ink, but because we put a little bit through, I'm just making sure that's fully dry. And then we're going to use, now this is what I was doing the other day. Before, when I was making them, I used tacky glue, which will be good, but it takes a bit longer and you have to hold it in place. And then me and you did it, Ben, and realised that actually it works better if you place your sticky tape, your red liner tape onto the back. So what I'm going to do is we're going to, this will go like this onto there, and we're going to just feed that all the way around, okay? Now, what we're going to do is put our red liner tape on, but I'm also then going to put a little bit of glue towards the end, and that will hold, because what we haven't done here, oh no, it doesn't. I was thinking we had to have a little tab, and we don't have a tab. So, red liner tape, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually thinking a thinner tape than I've got the 3mm. I'm going to actually take I've got the 6mm. I'm going to take the 3mm for this one, because the tabs are smaller. So let's just take that one off, and we're going to thread this all the way round. And because it's really pliable, you can go round the edges. So all I'm going to do is go to the sides like so, and just work that around the edges and get as close to the edge as you can. That is definitely what I found the trick to be, and a good little tip, really.
Susan says, hi Ben and Debbie, loving the demos. Have you ever tried grapes from the freezer? My grandchildren love them. My Daisy likes doing that.
Yeah, they're brilliant. So I used to do them for my kids when they were babies.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, used to do them for babies. You used to be able to get these little meshes that you'd put them into, and they could suck through them, but you have to peel the skin off. So you peel the skin off, and and then you could put fruit in them, frozen fruit, and they were really good when you're teething. Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yeah, it's amazing what you used to do just for some peace and quiet from the TV. Yeah, stick a grape in your mouth.
Hilary says, I love raspberries. Blueberries are really good for dogs, but they get spat back at me if I dare give them to Princess Holly.
I never knew that.
Do you know what? I knew that blueberries were good because I saw a video. It was like I think it was a little French bulldog who was like scoffing down these blueberries, and I thought, oh, I'll try those with Molly Collie. Exactly the same, Hilary. She was not impressed. Not impressed with the blueberries.
I was watching a video, you know, you get all these funny videos come up. I was watching one of dogs that don't like something. Yeah. And it was very funny because they were all just like, they'd take it, lettuce leaves. A lot of them were like lettuce leaf. And they'd take it thinking, oh, we're getting some treat. And then they would just spit it back out, which was really funny. Right, now we know that this bit at the top is going to be for this top piece. So I'm actually going to take all of our tape off. When I was doing the other two, you can just take a little bit off at a time. But what I want this to do, I've done it, no, I haven't done it wrong, I thought I'd done it wrong then. So we're going to, first of all, those very first two, I'm going to move this round, and that's when we're going to take that, making sure that that's all just popped in, and take that to the start piece. So those very first two, they're the ones that we're going to stick into place. And then once you've done that, it's just a case, let me just get that one onto there. There we go. Then we can then start to pop these round. And all we're going to do is hold that one in place and then start to maneuver these round. So as that goes round, and actually what I'm realising is that because I've inked it, it might not be grabbing as well as I'd like it to grab. So all I'm going to do is turn that round, take my scoring tool and just give that a burnish down to make sure that's gripped.
So I feel like watching you do this is all very achievable for sort of all levels of crafter. It's just one of those things which is going to be, it's going to be a nice afternoon of craft, isn't it? It's not something you're going to do in 5 minutes.
Not something you're going to do in 5 minutes at all. No, not at all. And I think it's just good to be aware of that, to know that these are the crafts you're going to love doing, but at the same time, you want to have some time for them. Yeah. So just pop in that one there, and then all I'm going to do is make sure I really burnished that down, so I'm just using my nail, and then we're going to come round and do the other side.
I feel like that's the joy of it though sometimes, isn't it? It's nice to be able to quickly throw something together last minute, but I feel like if you love crafting, you love paper crafting, you love construction, the joy of is taking time to create something and then to finally see the finished result after a little while.
Yeah, definitely. So again, I'm just using my tool to go on the inside. I used glue when I did this one at home, and I'm realising that the reason it's not sticking very well is because the ink. So what I should have done is dried the ink off by using, because I didn't use the red liner tape. So we're just making sure it all goes round. And if all else fails, all we'll do is put some glue down onto it, and that will help it stick. So what I will do is just grab my little glue bottle, because that is sticking now, you can see, but I've had to really burnish that down. So I'm thinking, let's just reinforce it with a little bit of tacky glue, because there's no problem in that. And all I'm going to do is just take some, and the tacky glue will just make sure that that grips now through your ink. So there we go. So all I'm going to do, give that a little waft. I always do that because you really should leave it about 30 seconds, even to a minute, and then that will become more stickier and will grab better. So we're just going to pop this round. So as it goes round, just hold that into place. Do a little bit at a time, and then we can bend that other piece coming round like so. Yes. And it's just taking that little bit more time to stick, just purely because of our ink. So what I should have done is ink them. So if you haven't got any red cardstock and you don't want to use your 12 by 12s, just make sure that you have a little bit of time to ink them first, and then to let that dry. Yeah. Or use your heat gun as well. So all we're doing, making sure we've got that one into place. There we go, that's sticking. And then we're going to do the other side.
Karen says these boxes would be so useful to put treats instead of sweets, as my grandchildren aren't allowed too many sweets. I mean, you could put little blueberries or raspberries in the boxes, couldn't you? Little fruity treats. I think
there's so much you could use them for. Yeah, absolutely.
Babsy says, I was just thinking that this would also make a good piece of cheese. I definitely think you could make cheese boxes out of these as well.
Yes, I love that idea.
Put in some baby bells. Oh, I love a baby bell.
Yeah, me too. I like any cheese. The only cheese I don't like is blue cheese.
Yeah, I have to be in the mood for blue cheese.
Yeah, I don't like blue cheese.
Blue cheese and port's very nice at Christmas time.
I don't mind if it's melted down into something.
So would you have like a, what do they call it? Like a broccoli and Stilton soup or something like that? Would you have?
Yes, I would eat that, absolutely. Yeah, I do love the taste of cheese. I just, yeah, I don't know whether it's because it's blue that puts me off.
What, you think it's gone off?
Yes, well it is, isn't it? It's mouldy cheese.
And it smells.
And it does smell, yeah, it does smell. Oh, and there is another cheese that I do not like, honestly, and that is goat cheese.
Oh, really?
Oh, I do not like goat cheese. I actually feel like goat cheese tastes as if it was the goat.
You're kidding?
Oh, you were slow there, Johnny. Even I got that one.
You think it tastes like the goat, did you say?
Yes. I think it tastes like, if that's what a goat tastes like, that would what it
right.
It tastes like the goat smells. Right, there we go. We got there eventually, and it's all stuck, and you can see it just makes the perfect size of strawberry. Now, you'll do the same thing. Now, just because of time, and I want to get through, in fact, I don't know if we're going to get another one done.
Probably not.
But you can do another one there, and... They are, absolutely. So I've got a lid already that I've done. So I've already popped that on, and you've got the inside bit there. So what I have done is we've now got the little bit created, and I've also, just for some red cardstock, I've cut round them, the template, but I've cut round again just slightly smaller, because I thought these would be really good then to line on the inside. So when you open them, it just makes them a lot more neater. So we are going to just stick these ones down. So again, I've put on their lid and base because they are different sizes. And I'm just going to put a little bit of tacky glue to hold that in place, and then that will just neaten up the whole of our design inside. So just again, take your tool and just go round and stick that down. Oh, done that, needs to just be moved a little bit. There we go. And again, just because it's tacky glue, it's just making sure that that's gone down. Just means it's nice and neat now inside your box. So you've got now your lovely strawberry box with an inside and the base as well, because you can see it doesn't look very nice in your base like that. So I've done a base one, and again we're just going to pop that
Trudy's
one
just
down.
asking whether or not you think you could make these out of vellum.
So you could, but you wouldn't be able to put a lot in them because vellum would make them quite weak boxes. And also, if you push then the sides in, it's likely that the sides will cave in. So I don't think vellum is a good way to do them. What you could do, you could make them out of vellum onto a card and do them as a topper rather than an actual box design. So, and also vellum is quite hard to stick without any stickiness showing. So you would probably see all your workings as well. So no, it's not a medium I would recommend. Right, so we've got our base, we've got our top. Let's pop those ones together like so. And then we've got our topper. So we're just going to place that one on top. So again, let's just put a little bit of glue. That one will go on the top there.
That's great.
They're so cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
I just think they're lovely. Something to play with. Kids in the school holidays are going to love making
100%.
strawberries. I'm definitely going to be crafting these with my granddaughters because they're just going to look amazing, and they will love them. I know my Ava will definitely want to do the. Just going to grab. Sorry, Sam, going out of shot. I'm just going to.
Yeah, is Ava the one who loves strawberries? Because you wanted this to launch, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Well, I actually made my own strawberry.
Yeah.
And I was really gutted because I just drew my own one and made a template. And then we had these come out and I was like, no!
A few weeks too late.
Too late. So I'm just going to have a very happy Christmas. And there we go. There's our little strawberry box. So, and they all work in that same way to be able to put them in a top and a bottom. And you would never know that was an inked piece of card, would you?
No, you wouldn't actually.
Yeah, so you can absolutely, if you've got A3, then you can absolutely do that. But please don't forget that Keith is bringing A3 red cardstock, so then you can cut them all out of that.
Yeah, 16th, so a week on Wednesday, Keith's here. Kim's just asking, I wonder if you could make these in acetate so they will be waterproof.
So yes, that's a really good idea, acetate. Yeah, you could absolutely do it with that. The only thing with acetate is you would then see through them. Yeah. But you would absolutely be able to do that.
Okay.
It's just how neat you could make them being in acetate.
Keep the questions coming in. Sandra Chin says, actually, the construction is similar to lining a cake tin. Yeah, that sort of thing. I get that.
Ah, yeah.
Alex says, good afternoon all. I love pineapple. I don't like raspberries and blueberries. I'm not fussed about strawberries, but would fight for the last punnet of cherries. You see, I can take or leave cherries, to be honest with you. Cherries?
So I never buy cherries, mainly because I think cherries are really expensive for what they are. But I actually, when I do have a cherry, I think they're lovely, and I think, why do I not buy cherries more often? I tell you what I did buy this week was a punnet of plums.
Oh, plums are lovely.
And when they're nice, they were really nice. I actually had 2 last night.
2 plums?
They were so good. You know when you eat them and like they were just so sweet and gorgeous. I thought they were really lovely.
72 of these left. Janice says, my cat loves fresh mango. It's funny, isn't it, how many animals love fruit. Funny enough, though, I gave my Molly some cantaloupe recently. Didn't like it. In fact, it made her very sad. She was a melancholy. Cantaloupe melon. Melancholy.
Have you been sitting there thinking about that one?
A little while. Let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll go through the boards again, perhaps have a look at some more of the finished samples as well. But listen, if you want to get these, you have to be quick. There's about 70 of them left. Quick as you can. We'll meet you back here in about 4 minutes' time.
What I love most about Crafters TV is the community.
Crafters TV brings everyone together from different corners of the world.
It also connects you with people from all over the world.
You guys have been there for me. I feel like you guys are my family.
I feel like I'm crafting along with my friends.
I met some of my best friends for life from Crafters TV, so thank you very much.
When you're having a tough time, you can switch on Crafters TV and you can go on the live chat, and you know people will be there for you as well.
And there's so much support, respect, and inspiration all through the socials.
It's a place where we can all share our love for Crafters Companion, ideas, and get inspiration from each other.
So what's not to love about Crafters TV? So go make a coffee and pull up a chair. Let's all get crafting. I'll see you all there.
A few weeks ago on the show, we were talking about places where all you guys lived. Well, we might have used Google Earth just to have a bit of a sneaky look at the village, town, or city that you lived in. And I thought it might be quite funny if I wrote a little ditty and I put on my Facebook page, where do y'all live? And I'll put your towns and cities and village into my little song. But I didn't realize that there would be about 425 responses. So I'm gonna cram as many places into this song as I can, but I won't get them all in. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We craft in Lydney, Lynbrook, Launceston, Lehana, Tampa, Darlington, Almond Beach, Sedalia, Wills Point, Widnes, Wildwood, Wildham, Architectural Lake, Walkerburn, Yate, Bay, Hesperia, Sublimity, Pinho, Avon, Freeport, Mableton, San Jose, Enumclaw, Great Bend, Detroit, Keniston. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Parachute, Paradise, Pollux, Papillion, Sheepshead Bay, St. Petersburg, Seacon, Sutton, Saturday, Bristol, Brighton, Brooklyn, Blackwood, Barnsley, Tide Squeeze, South Shields, Temple Hills and Bentley, Tampa, Villa, Tucumcari, Cary, Ottawa, Hull, Harrisburg, Lexington, Tupelo, Cincinnati, Austinburg. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. We craft in Loxahatchee, Lakesville, Lawrence, Livermore, Albuquerque, Weeki-Wachee, Pensacola, Ellsworth, Port Mechanicsburg, Williamsburg, Rebella, Houston, Burlington, Went Wang, Market, Drayton, Yale, Memphis, Wellington, Wapakoneta, Homer, Sassa, Santa Rosa, Wichita, Honolulu, Riverdale, Melbourne, Commerce, Fintana. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Newton Abbey, Richmond, Dudley, Georgetown, East Kilbride, Eugene, Ferrum, Brownwood, Walkerstown, Newarheim, Fort Wayne, Gloucester, Chester, Long Beach, Fayette, St. Dominic's and Cloud, St. Augustine Beach, Sand Springs, Romford, Tulsa, Traverse City, Wesley Chapel, Ballarat, Medina, Ramble City. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we got our share, man. We craft everywhere. Crafting Sawbrook, Tucson, Kissimmee, Philadelphia, Chicago, Las Vegas, Biloxi, Lafayette, Elmira, Glendale, Scottsdale, Anchorage, and Hurtville, Seattle, Gold Canyon, Ipswich, Cumberland, Unionville, Toledo, Miami, Atlanta, Cleveland, Gold Canyon, Altoona, Calounda, Port Orange, Glover, Rising Sun. We craft everywhere, man. We craft everywhere. From over here to there, man. We craft everywhere. In crafters we've got our share, man. We craft everywhere. And there's a places I didn't manage to get into the song. West Runton, Newcastle, Kingswood, Sandbach, Carlisle, Bewley, Albury, Durham, Springfield, Ashington, Greenville, Lincoln, Nebraska, Sumter, Oak Park, Winchester, Nashville, Stoke-on-Trent, Mount Pocono, Greenville, Charlotte, Oxon Hill, Tunbridge Wells, Modesto, Haverhill, Sierra Vista, Arecibo, Morgantown, O'Fallon, Aurora, Black Forest, we crafted Hermiston, Brownsburg, Henderson, Socorro, Fort Myers, Madden, Elliott, Farmingdale, East Moline, Summers Point, Calgary, Charleston, Sawston, Malden, Galloway, Fitchburg, Hopewell, Aberdeen, Winstead, Castle, Chatsworth, Limestone, Victoria, Willoughby, Rockland, Canton, Falmouth, Conestoga, Lyndhurst, Ashbourne, and Cluj-Napoca. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Hillary says, I love a green gauge. What's a green gauge? Is that like a... What is a green gauge? I don't know what that is.
In my head, it's a little bit like a gooseberry.
Oh, is it?
But I could be completely wrong there.
Let us know, Hillary. Diane says, oh, Ben, that was a good joke, that, wasn't it? Melancholy. Oh, lol. Gina says, my dog Freya, a Cocker Spaniel, will just eat about anything I give her. She loves food, any food. I tell you what my Molly Collie likes, this isn't a joke, which is a bit funny, is she likes cucumber.
Oh, okay.
She loves cucumber,
Ah.
which I find a bit bizarre.
Yeah, that is bizarre. Yeah, my friends used to have a staffy, and she just had anything
Really?
that was going, she would eat. But my daughter's Doug, is Doug, the Cavapoo. You cannot have cheese without, you have to pay the cheese tax.
Oh, same as me.
Yes.
And I think he said Laura then, and Molly. Like, so this morning, I was making my salad, put a bit of cheese in. She was upstairs in our bedroom, and she hears when I open the cheese wrapper, and she heard it and came all the way down.
Doug's
and before I knew it,
exactly
she was
the
like
same.
that.
Yes, and he loves it. He absolutely loves cheese.
Only a little bit, though.
Yeah, only a
tiny bit. One thing she doesn't like, fish.
Oh, okay.
Molly will not eat fish.
Oh.
Like, if you give her a prawn, looks at you as if like you're an alien.
Yeah, she's probably like, I'm not a cat.
Yeah, yeah. I'm a dog. I'm a dog, Dad. And it says, Debbie, I used to have 2 Victoria plum trees. My girls used to go onto the garage roof with a large basket when it was time to pick them, and we got about £84 one year.
Wow. Wow.
So they must have been massive trees, right? If you had to go up on
Yeah, they must be. Oh, I absolutely love plums, but only when they are ripe. Let's stop talking about plums.
Hillary says, a green gauge is like a green perfumey plum.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like those sort of small, I was thinking more of like a gooseberry, but yeah, plum. Oh, there you go.
We've got about 65 of the showstoppers left. Also, very quickly to tell you, the boxer board is one of our Monday mega deals. Now, yours won't come with a black line on it, but a lot of people now like to have the black line.
So
on,
I would put a black line on, and this board would be perfect to use with the treat boxes. So if you've not got a scoreboard, this will not only make additional boxes for you. Oh, and also, I just realised I'm making something later on to make a little box that goes inside them.
Right.
Box in a box. I'm using
Nesting
the lemon
boxes.
as a cover. You could make loads of boxes with this as well. So if you're going for the treat, yes, definitely do these.
Well, that is your boxer board, double-sided, so whether you work in your centimetres or your inches, these little bits out here are there obviously on purpose because it means it will fit into your Ultimate Pro for you brilliantly. Measurements 8 inches in 1/8 increments, and then you've got your metric on the other side, so you've got your centimetres on there as well. What's great about this deal, actually, and I think it works out the other way round, that you're paying for the linen cardstock and you get the boxer board for free. So you get your graceful plumes.
Not plums.
I nearly said that then. Graceful plums.
I literally looked at that and thought, oh, that split second thought it said plums. It looks like it says plums.
It does look, yeah. That's another collection there, isn't it? Graceful plums. You're getting 6 colours in there, 4 sheets of each, giving you your 24 sheets of the graceful... Nearly said it then. Graceful plumes.
Let's hope they never come out with a collection of plums.
Don't you dare, Johnny. He says I'm going to put it forward. $11.99 or $15.96 is the price on that. And it's one of our Monday mega deals. It's also tariff-free. Just before we go, let's have a look at some finished samples with Debbie, because this has been so popular, Debbie. We've sold so many of these in this preview alone. There's not going to be many left. There's 66 currently left. We're back in about another hour and 5 minutes. There'll be less than 50 of these for the launch, so people need to get the skates on.
Absolutely, yes. Just don't wait around. These, even if they're not something you want to craft with straight away, these are going to be the boxes that you're going to have so much fun with, getting them out, crafting with the grandkids, crafting with the kids, but actually just crafting for yourselves. I mean, these are amazing little treat boxes, which look super cute and they're super easy to do. Now, the lemon one has been the most popular, and I'm not surprised because it's a citrus fruit. The lemon lemon can also be made to an orange, so you could have an orange one. You can then also have a grapefruit as well, so I absolutely love that. And you can also do a lime one as well, which we're going to be doing later on. I thought we'll make the lime into a little box later. So all those 4 different fruits that you can have through that one die, I think is incredible. But then what if you want to create a little napkin holder? I think this is so cute. And again, this is all about just making, if I take them out, it's just about making a little tray box on the inside to pop in, and then your holder on the top. I just think that's amazing. It looks so cute. There's so many things out at the moment, all sort of fruit related, especially for the summer. We're having such a lovely summer. When you're doing your barbecues, when you're out in the garden, you're just going to want to make these little things. And how lovely to have your guests that are coming to your summer barbecue go away with a little treat box. You know, even if you put just a few sweets in there, if you put like a, I don't know, there's lots of different things that you can put in these treat boxes, but they're absolutely gorgeous. I do love the berry one. I love this. This is bunting. So if you're having a garden party, if you're having
cool.
It's just really lovely, isn't it? It's just, I mean, it's just beautiful. You could personalise this as well. You could actually personalise that and have it with the actual alphabet on there. So a person's name, someone might be having a leaving party. I mean, just having those berries like that, I think is beautiful. An absolutely lovely way to be able to get creative with them. But then you can make home decor as well. So you've got your home decor pieces here. Love this one. So it's just been made into a frame, little strawberry inside. So absolutely gorgeous, which is, I mean, it's just lovely, isn't it? So you can just use the top of them and use them all for them. And then just one more, let's show you the watermelons, because I do love the watermelon slice. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love this one as well. So, oh look, I'm thinking these will all go round in a circle, won't they? Look at that. You could literally, it's like, look at that. Let me turn it round so you can see it on the top. You
can make a little melon family with all the different faces.
Look at that. Oh, I love that. How nice is that? And actually, it looks like a melon bowl. Can you imagine making these, taking the lids off and having all little, you could put like your nuts in there and your... and your crisps and little nibblies. That's what... little nibblies? Little nibblies, yes. Like your little cheddar crackers and things that you put in there. They'd make little nibbly boxes, wouldn't they? If you put acetate in the bottoms of them, it would look amazing. We'll head back to bed. There you go. Come back for the launch.
I've learned a lot in this show. I tell you what, nibblies though.
Do you not call them nibblies?
Nibbles.
Nibblies.
Nibbles.
Nibbles are nibblies.
Anyway, we're going to call them nibblies from now on. So there you go. We've had our fill, haven't we, in this show? I tell you what, of all the different fruits. Grab yours now because they're going to sell out. Get them before you can. We'll come back with whatever's left in the official launch in an hour.